Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Douglas. Let's talk about episode 6 of Claim to Fame.
This was a fun one. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And if you're into the Patreon thing, check out this beautiful Patreon right there by going to patreon.com/nerdtainment.
And also, let me just say, yes, thank you for that. But thank you for accommodating a new day and time for us. As you know, or most of you know, this is Big Brother premiere week. We got lots of stuff on the schedule, including right after this, a cast draft. So hopefully you'll join us for that. But once again, we didn't get to watch this episode together.
No.
I adored it.
I absolutely adored it. Got stressed, got depressed, got excited, all of those things. Now, this it's a big Brother week. I consider Claim to Fame Celebrity Big Brother Light.
Yes, it is.
That's my speech.
It is celebrity-ish Big Brother Light. Yeah,
it's Big Brother Light.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's something that you're looking for, a little palate cleanser or something to.
No, I did enjoy this episode, but I gotta say, I was sad about the ending.
I was very sad about the ending. Very sad about the ending. But I was a little bit more sad just for the entertainment element of it. Of just like, I like surprises. I like fun little surprises. And so
I thought the edit of this episode was great. Well, let's dive into it.
All right.
Okay. So at the top, we start with Carson talking things out. She's like, I don't know about this Jim Carrey thing. Mm-hmm. Everyone says Chris related to Jim Carrey. I'm not so sure about it because
who's she talking about that?
Well, I think maybe Olivia.
Yeah.
She got to see the actual clue.
Yeah.
And she's the first person to actually read it correctly.
But somebody else had said 70s or something like that. I think.
No, they were like, what did they say the shirts were? Something else. No one got Teen Idol. What was her name that got it? Dolly Parton's niece was like a hound dog.
Oh, right.
Tennessee and hound dog.
I thought she had Jane, maybe somebody like that.
Jane, and maybe her real name is Jade.
Yeah, said 70s. I think they said 70s.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, right. And she was like, he died in the 70s. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think some people had gotten around there, but a lot of people hadn't seen that clue that are still in the house.
Oops.
And so, yeah, I was so glad that came out. Carson's got a good game going. A good game going.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like people wanted her out, but
they want her out, but they don't know who she is.
Mm-hmm. For once, my country upbringing helping out, you guys. Because I think the edit led a lot of people to believe, like, she could have lied about
Jeff
Gordon thing.
And she said to Chris, it's not Jeff. They think it's Jeff Gordon. Right. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he has to rethink, because of the way this whole episode went, he has to rethink all of those things that people have said. Like, she said that. Yeah. And she told me the truth. So now do I trust her more or do I trust her less? Or is that going to make her tell me more lies?
All right, well, we're jumping the gun. Sorry, I skipped us to the end already. Because right now here, Carson also brings up DaBaby for JR.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you talk.
DaBaby is an artist that we don't know. We don't know DaBaby songs.
But what we learned is Monet is like, that doesn't seem right. And then Gabriel's going to be like, DaBaby's this tall.
Right.
And JR's this tall.
So if I was making my references, I would choose the rapper Too Short. That's how old I am. Is that I know the short rapper that I know is called Too Short. So DaBaby perhaps is called DaBaby because he is the short person.
He's the short person. Okay. Yeah. Then we get to see Chris and Gabriel talk. And boy, do I love Gabriel's game.
Man.
My goodness. Love it so much.
His energy, his strategy, even if his strategy isn't so like 3 steps ahead focused, he is present with everything that he's doing, and he's trying to make a move with the game, with everything that he's doing. He's like trying to do something. I think he's playing it well.
And he's doing a little trade here with Chris, right? So he admits, Chris admits he pulled Hugo's clue. They talk about it. They share both Hugo and Monet's clues. They're helping each other.
But remember, Chris is the one who is laying this out. So it's not like Gabriel is initiating that. Chris is initiating these interactions because he set it up in the last episode. Mm-hmm. And so I think Gabriel's in such a good position because he has what do you say?
Yeah, no, I think he's in a great position.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking advantage of what Chris is offering.
Yes.
He's sharing his part of it. And then he throws out Tracy Morgan's name. And I love that in this moment, he's like, who's the black actor? Who's the token black actor?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, God. So true. Oh, God.
But he's looking at it from, especially like SNL for probably the first 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll have one black.
We'll have one black actor, comedian. Yeah. But yeah. So
Garrett Morris, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock.
They throw out then for Hugo's clue. They're like, well, obviously Commander-in-Chief, they can't figure out the funny faces at this point, but they're like Jimmy Carter or Trump because he makes funny faces. Right.
What are you talking about?
They don't know what the googly eyes are about.
Right.
That's hilarious that they jumped to Trump.
But that they thought that meant funny faces and like double funny faces. Like this guy makes double funny faces.
Right?
Does Trump make funny faces? I don't think of him as funny. I mean, I think of all politicians as people who are like,
I mean, Trump makes his share of funny faces, but that's not like one of the first things I think about when I think about Trump is his faces. No, that was really funny when they said
like
that.
Hair, like you'd say like orange hair or something like that. Like anything you'd be like, is like,
why didn't they throw that out for Olivia?
Oh, orange hair. Right. Maybe that's who her celebrity. Maybe that's her celebrity. Oh, guys, what do you think?
Just wait.
What's that?
Yeah. JR is back to telling basketball stories.
Guys,
my knee. You gotta get back.
My knee is not. Back. My knee is not close
get
to
back. This. Get back away from the camera.
Yeah. So let's compare these two choices. A lot of people think Gabriel is related to a football player.
Yes.
And JR.
Oh my gosh, that sneeze has been coming for like 15 minutes.
Congratulations, folks.
Gosh.
Let's give Sarah a round of applause. She's been working on that sneeze for a long time.
Like this video
it was
for
an
that
A+.
sneeze, you know?
It was an A+ sneeze. Gabriel sowing the seeds that he is related to an athlete.
Right.
And JR sowing the seeds that he's related to an athlete.
Loving it.
Gabriel, I think, is doing a much better job because he's letting other people take the lead on it. JR is pushing it too much himself. He's pushing the narrative too much himself. So it ends up just not being a good way. Like, pick something else because that one's not working. Since the talent show, since episode 1 talent show, it's not working, dude.
It has not been working except that when we get, again, later, we're jumping ahead, but Gabriel's like dead set. JR's related to an athlete. And I'm like, that's hilarious because you guys are playing the same game.
Yeah. And he
not related to an athlete.
The only one who can't see it is Gabriel because Gabriel
thinks he's the only one doing it. Yeah. But I love that he's like, I want to stay strong here, tell another basketball story. And then he says to us, he said this at a concert. So like he's telling a true story, but he says to us, it was at a concert. So we're confirmed.
Right.
Musician.
This is a musician.
And whoever he was talking to at this point, was it Olivia maybe? She flat out said, or maybe it was Monet, I don't remember. But she said, or no, I guess it was, sorry. He said, they all think it's DaBaby.
Right.
That I was trying to get out that we heard DaBaby.
Mm-hmm.
But he had already, someone told him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the challenge.
Yeah.
That's it? Okay. No, it's the interrogation challenge.
The interrogation challenge. Again, claim to fame, lay out the rules so that I have a better understanding of what's happening.
Oh, I thought they did a really good job of laying out the rules this time because it's different this season than it was last season.
But they didn't say like everybody's going to get asked 6 questions, or everybody's going to get asked 5 questions. Because in the edit, some people got asked, they showed us 3 questions from some people, and they showed us 4 questions from other people.
Yeah.
Did everybody get the same number of questions?
Yes.
Was it 3 or 4? Or was it 4? Or was it 5? Or was it 6?
They said it doesn't matter. You don't need to know the number, but everyone got the same amount of questions.
I was worried.
I think everyone got the same amount of questions. We don't know, but I liked the twist this season because last season when they played this, I didn't understand how someone won.
Right.
Because it was based on the person telling the lies.
Yeah, good twist this year.
This year, they're like, you figure out if they're lying or not. Then you win. Yes, better. Love it.
It's a bigger challenge. It's harder. It's more competitive with people in the room. What I thought was super interesting was the conversations that were happening in the question, like what questions should we ask, and how much people were sharing, like, oh, I think he's lying. I think he's lying. A lot of people were just saying that stuff out loud.
I know a lot. I don't know if this was an editing trick, but Carson was like, oh, that's a lie most of the time. And I was like, are they just adding that in every single question, or is she really offering that up every time? Because hello, this is how you win or lose. Why are you giving your answers out?
Right. But
she doesn't win.
Yeah. And she doesn't win. And Gabriel, who maybe it looked like during the challenge, was not getting as many right.
Because Gabriel is one of the best actors we've ever seen ever. Not just on Claim to Fame, but like
across the board.
The Emmys and everything.
A lot of people. Yep. Online have been saying,
oh, they should be.
Meryl Streep just moved down a notch.
Oh,
Gabriel moved up.
Well, I was going to still keep Meryl Streep here, and then Gabriel was right below her. But wow. All right. So Hugo is a good liar, he says, and then we just get like straight bananas. What a character. Who is Hugo?
But he played it really well.
Yes.
Because he basically, so when I was watching this, I was like, well, what would I do? And the thing that I would do is I would get a rabbit leg going to try and get my heart rate up. So that
his leg is bouncing.
Yeah, so my leg is bouncing right now. So I would get like a rabbit leg going to try and get my heart rate up so that
a lie isn't detected.
Yeah. And I think that's what he did. I think he got himself all worked up, because his heart rate was like in 140 or something like that. And they were like, oh, is he going to have a heart attack?
They're like, he's already at heart attack.
So I think he played it very well. But he's a straight up weirdo.
Yeah, I think he has played that every single day. He's like, I'm so weird. People cannot detect what is happening here. Let me just keep them off guard kind of the whole time. But he was like, I get interrogated all the time by my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what life do you live, Hugo? What is this?
I think half the time he's trying to be witty.
Yeah.
But sometimes like a bad stand-up comic type.
Yeah, don't do stand-up, but I find him very entertaining.
Yes.
Also, Detective Derek.
Oh my goodness, Detective Derek killed it. So funny. I love the coffee bit. I thought it genuinely surprised. It was that with Monet or someone like that. It's like this. It's like, because sometimes those bits work, sometimes they don't on these types of shows. But I love when they give somebody the opportunity to just lean into it. They've done that on BB a couple times, right?
Oh yeah, it's mostly one guy who comes in every season one time at least to do some weird acting. But yeah, they should check out this Detective Derek guy. He was funny.
He was good. Yeah.
All right. So I don't know. Do we have to go through everyone here? Like, it's very interesting how each one plays it. Some we see lies and we see what we think are lies.
Good. Gabriel, I thought, had good strategy when he was in the hot seat.
Yep.
Chris's strategy was super long pauses.
Oh my God, he was like psychotic pauses.
That's a strategy after my own heart. I have long pauses when I'm talking.
Thank goodness you don't do that psycho face that he did, though.
What was his face?
He was like in his pause, like just intense.
Well, I think he was trying to be still.
Yeah.
Or trying to be like, I'm not showing something during my pause, and I'm going to give my answer.
Yeah. We see Carson admitting the NASCAR thing. She says yes to car 24, which I'm like is a lie, but then I'm realizing they're not really telling the edit. So I'm sure there's plenty of people who are like, I don't know who drives the 24. And she said not Junior, which I think is a lie.
Right.
I think it's Dale Jr. But they don't know, and the edit is not revealing. Yep. Gabriel's like laughing his way through, as if he's winking at the fact that everyone knows it's an athlete.
Oh, I think he does such a good job with it.
That.
And again, I think he did a good acting job here because he was like, no. You know, as if like, you guys already know this. Why are you asking me these questions? No, we didn't play for Seattle. You know, and the thing is, I don't think Gabriel knows much about sports at all.
No, he was like, I don't even know sports. I don't watch sports. That's hilarious. And then Gabriel is so set on JR. Like this edit, when it's JR's turn to answer, Gabriel's like over it. He's like, I am so done with this guy. It is obviously
Dwayne Wade.
He's like, ask him Miami Heat. It's like the one team Gabriel does know, I guess.
Because he said he lived in Miami. If you don't know sports, don't assume that this person's just because he kind of looks like Dwayne Wade. And listen to the people around you. Like if you don't know sports, listen. You're saying, oh, the baby wears basketball jerseys on the front of all those things. Plus, just because you're related to somebody doesn't mean you look like them.
Thank you. Just because you have red hair does not mean your relative does.
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I think if you're relative, it's because, that's it's very
always,
different.
Okay, so we go through everybody. Very fun. Love this game. We're going to tally up our votes and ding, ding, a winner. Gabriel. He got 44 out of 60 points. That sounds good.
That's pretty darn good.
I like it.
For doing your own lie detecting.
Mm-hmm. Then our bottom two, Chris and Olivia. Two people who are playing really good games that people really don't know who they're related to. Yes. This just got interesting.
I think, it's got interesting.
All right. Well, so now they obviously have to play their games, and Chris, he's going to start us off here. He swears it's Jeff Gordon for Carson.
Swears it's Jeff Gordon.
He's pretty sure.
And we get lots of talking around. As far as Jeff Gordon, does she have the conversation with Hugo where they talk about? No, she has the conversation with him about Trump.
Yeah. Well, so because that's going to be Chris's plan here, right? So he's saying, hey, I know Carson's Jeff Gordon. I could go for her. But then he's like...
because he has that session with Monet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monet actually gives him the clue.
She's good, man. She figured it out. He said, oh, she's good at this, though. That's why he shared the clue, because he hadn't figured out the funny faces yet. So at least he knew he hadn't figured it out. Shares it with her. She nails it.
Yeah. She's like, that's nuts.
He's like, nuts.
Jimmy Carter.
Now they both know that. Now everybody knows that.
Okay, so I was talking about Carson, but you led us into Hugo.
Oh.
So, because Jimmy Carter is the Hugo clue. Mm-hmm.
Right. Who had a conversation about Carson?
Well, we'll just, don't worry about it.
I am worried about it.
We already talked about it. So now we're talking about the Hugo clue with Monet. They figure out Jimmy Carter pretty much, right?
Right.
Now, Gabriel's going to enter the conversation, and he's going to throw out a little bit of strategy here. And he's going to be like, okay, sure, we figured out Hugo and Jimmy Carter. Mm-hmm. But do we want to get rid of Hugo? Because Gabriel wants to get rid of Carson. Right. He's like, is Carson with us? So that leads Chris now on a mission. Hey, let's set up Olivia to be the guesser, take the fall to take out Carson. But hey, if Olivia's wrong, or we're all wrong,
right?
Olivia goes, we don't know who she is. Great, get her out of here.
Do you think that was a good play for Chris?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah? Why not?
I think Chris should have set up Hugo.
Chris should have set up Hugo. Because of what?
I think Hugo is
better at the game.
Yeah.
Or competition, a threat.
Yeah, and give yourself time to figure out Carson. Do you think he was really that convinced on Carson? Because I feel like Hugo became a lock for everybody.
That he's related to Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a lock that he's related to Jimmy Carter, but if you think that you have Hugo on your side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And because honestly, Chris had Olivia on his side.
Yeah. I would never think I had Hugo on my side. I would give Olivia that win.
That's a good point.
And then say, you're locked into me. I gave you that.
That's fair. That is a fair strategy.
I felt like Chris got a little played by Gabriel.
He might have. Because this definitely works for Gabriel, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Chris is now going to talk to Olivia. Now, Olivia thinks they're comparing notes. They're talking it out. They're both potentially the guesser.
Mm-hmm.
They've worked together this whole time.
But she says, I don't know if I really trust him.
I think a producer told her to say that. Because I think she's trusting him.
Yeah.
He's leading her off of Jimmy Carter. He's like, it's got to be Trump. And she's like, I think it's Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Right? If she had only gone with her gut.
But they thought there was a lot of people thought Jeff Gordon was a lock.
Yeah.
And I think that
even though,
do these people think that they know these numbers? Who knows what number car people drive?
Jade said 24 is Jeff Gordon. That is correct. She was wrong. If you've looked at the clue, it does not say 24. So now fix that information. Does it say 24 anywhere else in the house? Does it say Rainbow, DuPont, Pepsi, anything that has to do with Jeff Gordon? You guys
all know all of these Jeff Gordon references. Big Bird, of course. That's his favorite Sesame Street character. He talks about it in all of his interviews.
Okay, well.
I thought he was Commissioner Gordon's son.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
From Batman.
Chris is going to actually pull out whose clue? Whose clue does he pull out?
Jeff Gordon.
Carson's clue.
Carson's clue.
And show Olivia Carson's clue.
Calling Jeff Gordon's clue.
And he's like, look.
And he talks through it.
It says broke records for beer. It's Jeff Gordon. Obviously. There's no beer on his car, but obviously Jeff Gordon broke records for beer. And they're all saying, yep. Jeff Gordon. We know him well. We know him so well.
Sure.
He's the one. So she's like, okay, great. We have this information.
If you put a picture of 6 NASCAR drivers like in a police 6-pack for me, I could not pick out Jeff Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Jeff Gordon looks like.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know race car drivers. This is the one time me knowing NASCAR has helped me ever in my life. Right, but if Olivia is like your number one person helping you figure out clues, do you need to know who she is until the end? Why don't the two of you become final 2 together?
And
just like our duo last season.
Take time to figure her out.
Yeah. You don't need to know her right now if she's helping you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like Chris got made. I think that this is a misstep for Chris.
We'll see. We will see. Gabriel gets to pull another clue. Gabriel running it. There's only 3 clues left. JR, Olivia, and his own, Gabriel's. So he decides to pull JR. He thinks Olivia might actually be going right now. Let me pull out JR.
Some of these clues are too obvious.
All right, let's pull it up.
Now, because here's what it is. Some of the clues are too obvious, and because they tell you exactly who it is, and some of them are like the Saturday Night Live Curb Your Enthusiasm. That was obvious, but it doesn't tell you who it is.
Right, exactly. I agree. Like the very first one we saw was so obviously Eddie Murphy when you could have been a little bit more vague.
Yeah.
So this one is obviously telling us who it is. So the first thing that I saw was the bold key and the artist, bold artist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, right there's no athlete. It's a bold artist. What did you get? Did you get anything from this clue?
Oh yeah, I got the whole thing right away. Yeah,
yeah.
I read it. I was like a bold artist who went. What is it I said? Who went old city road, and then I was like old town road, and that
right.
Yeah. So I got there pretty quickly.
Gabriel gave me, well, I think he said like dirt road, and I was like,
Dirt Road Anthem.
Yeah, it was like, it's either Dirt Road Anthem or Old Town Road. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, old. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's Old Town Road. So that's obvious who that is. And then Gabriel says, this is Lil Nas X?
Lil Nas X. So I don't know how that relates to a chef's hat.
I guess I don't know all of his songs.
I guess Lil could be a pacifier.
Yeah, I think all the baby clues could also be Lil clues. Ooh. Lil Bow Wow, Lil, you name all the Lils. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the chef hat is either, but he probably has a chef song.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that.
Cooking.
Yep. But once again, Gabriel's pretty good with getting these clues.
Does he share that with anyone else? That it's Old Town Road?
Yeah.
Who does he get that with? Chris?
So he is going to then go to his good buddy Chris. And once again, they're going to compare notes. He's going to share it. Well, first off, he's like, ain't nothing about basketball on there. It was clearly an artist. Mm-hmm. Then he actually shows the clue. And he throws out the name Lil Nas X because I don't think Chris would know. Chris has told us he's not good with pop culture.
I can't believe how bad Chris was with.
Like, he apparently does not know pop culture.
Was this one the one where he was like saying things? I was like, wait, are you even a human being? He's like, what is that?
He's like, where's my wife who knows pop culture? I was like, yeah, clearly.
He's like, the Curb Your Enthusiasm one.
He's like, show?
He's like, what is Curb Your Enthusiasm? He's like, it's a show. He's like, is it people know it? He's like, yeah, it's a hugely popular show. He's like, I don't even watch it. Yeah. And I know that it exists.
Exactly. Gabriel's like, I don't know everyone on it, don't watch it, but hello, heard about it.
And then he did something about the Saturday Night Live one where he was like, threw out something, asking something about somebody on Saturday Night Live, and I was like,
yeah, I don't think he's ever watched television.
Never watched Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, apparently. But he's getting information. Gabriel might be giving him a little too much information, but that's all right. Gabriel's still in a good spot here.
They're oversharing, brothers.
Yeah, they are.
Chris likes to overshare. Gabriel likes to overshare.
Now we get to see a lot of Chris's game. We're only going to get a snippet here of Olivia's game where she basically goes to Hugo to try to be like, I don't want to be the guesser. I think you're related to Jimmy Carter. Mm-hmm. And Chris thinks you're related to Trump.
And Hugo just does one of his weird, big, exuberant laughs.
Uh-huh.
And we don't know what that means.
No. But he's like, are you Carrot Top? And she's like, yeah, just keep me around. And I was like, oh. Can't wait to find out if that's true or not.
Olivia, you were playing so good.
Oh, she was fun. Come on, she was fun. All right, let's go to the guess off. Everyone is going to vote Olivia in. I think everyone was basically on the plan. Hey, we don't know who she is. If she's wrong, she'll go. She is going to say Carson and pull Carson up. I was like, no, Olivia, no. Because her gut instinct on Hugo is correct.
Yes. Go with your gut. Trust yourself in these situations.
Oh, no.
And I'm speaking to everybody out there. Trust yourself first.
Yes.
Take wise counsel. Listen to people. Listen twice as much as you talk. But trust yourself. Trust your gut.
Oh. Wise words. Wise words. That's our TED Talk for the day.
Mm-hmm. In this game and in life. What's the card game?
Card Sharks?
Card Sharks. Trust your gut.
Okay.
High or low.
What about in life?
No,
just those two things.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. She is going to get played here. She has been influenced by the whole house that they're sure Carson is related to Jeff Gordon.
I don't think she's getting played because I think people are 75% sure that it's Jeff Gordon.
Yes, I agree. The house thought it was Jeff Gordon, but she got played to be the one to guess Carson.
To take that risk. Right.
She should have guessed Hugo. Mm-hmm. She knows Hugo. 100%.
Yeah.
That's where I'm saying she got played. So she is going to say Jeff Gordon, and Carson gives like this sweet smile of like, you're about to go.
Yeah.
And it goes wrong, obviously. Dun, dun, dun. Who was shocked? Was anyone shocked? Was anyone holding out that it was Jeff Gordon / Jeff Goldblum?
I was not. Oh, Jeff Goldblum. That was funny. But I do want to give you a shout out because you'd been bringing up Melissa McCarthy and Jenny McCarthy.
Well,
earlier this season.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it. I think we started talking about it with the New Year's Eve glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, she had that on her image. And I think you're the one who said Jenny McCarthy.
Yes, I am.
But when we saw the New Year's Eve glasses, we did bring up Jenny McCarthy. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give credit to people in the comments and the chat because they were saying bunnies are not carrot tops, Playboy, Jenny McCarthy.
Boy.
And I think that they were correct.
But it was the fact that it was holding a carrot.
But there were multiple bunnies. That one they kept showing us had a carrot.
Mm-hmm.
But there were multiple bunnies.
But Carrot Top was in Playboy.
I missed that issue. I missed Jenny's issue as well. But we're going to now be revealed that Olivia is related to Jenny McCarthy, and the house is shook. Shocked. Can't believe it. Everyone is like, we had no idea. No idea.
Twofold. I think people are 50% shocked about the Jeff Gordon thing because I think a lot of people really felt that.
Yep.
But then they are thoroughly shocked because they thought they were bulletproof on her. They thought, boom, it's Carrot Top. It's Carrot Top. There's no way it's not Carrot Top. They were all so sold on that things really get shook, and we're in a interesting situation. So let me ask you, because I'm not quite sure. We got 6 people left. How many people there know Jimmy Carter, and how many people know Lil Nas X?
I don't know, but the Masked Singer, not Jim Carrey Mask.
Singer.
Thank you. God,
yeah.
We love that show.
We do.
I don't think we said that. What did you ask about Jimmy Carter?
So we got the 6 people left.
Right.
So,
they know Jimmy Carter. They've said the name 1,000 times.
But I'm saying, do all 6 people know this?
I think so.
So I think all the 5 people that are not Hugo know the Jimmy Carter thing.
Yeah.
And for JR, I think it is just Gabriel and Chris that know the Lil Nas X.
Yes.
Does Monet know?
They haven't shown us that they've told Monet. So yeah, I won't.
They'd be very smart to keep that way down.
I think so, but I think that Gabriel will tell Monet. But we'll see. Because I think you need to start keeping some of these a secret. You don't tell everyone everything until it's time, until you're trying to set up your next Olivia to take whatever fall for you. Yes, they all thought she was related to Jeff Gordon, but...
And do you think Jim Carrey then is off the...
I think Jim Carrey was always off the table, yeah. Okay. I think some of those were for her, like the Masked Singer instead of the Mask. Mm-hmm. But I think the Ace Ventura, I think, has something else to do with Vegas or something. It might be an Osmond connection. I'm not sure. Somebody else might have a Vegas connection. The burger, some people are mentioning like the burger that Gabriel thought was for Good Burger could be Wahlburgers for her current husband, Mark Wahlberg. Mm-hmm. Not Mark Wahlberg, but Donnie.
But Gabriel's already told us Gabriel thinks it's
Gabriel thinks that. But what if it was also for her?
So Gabriel and we got a lot of X Factor still here. We don't know who Gabriel is.
We think it's Nick Cannon, right?
Yeah, Nick Cannon's a good, solid guess.
Because
Nick, guess what?
There have been a few things that lean towards Nick Cannon.
And again, this goes to my Venn diagram thing.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon, Masked Singer.
What? Yeah, see, I think they're doing a really good job with overlapping clues this season.
Yeah. Puppy Love. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's
burger for a couple people, masks for a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What a shame that Olivia and Gabriel don't go to Masked Singer tapings apparently at the same time. Or they would have known each other.
Right. Or at all.
Right? I'm forgetting, but I'm pretty sure I think Gabriel's Nick Cannon. I think we've talked about that a couple times, right?
Yeah, you brought that up. You're sold on that one.
I mean, I'm not sold, but that seems like the best guess right now. I think Monet is the one I don't know.
Right. D.L. Hughley is the closest one, but is she the one that's
Curb Your Enthusiasm and SNL?
Which
JB Smoove is the only thing we've come up with.
JB Smoove,
because he's clearly Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He's clearly Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I don't know if he did SNL.
People say he was a writer, but we don't know.
Oh yeah,
that's what chat has said.
So, but Tracy Morgan, we know was SNL, and he might have
probably did an episode of Curb.
Yeah.
Probably, but
who knows?
Is he known for Curb Your Enthusiasm? No, he's more known for 30 Rock. That would have been better clue for Tracy Morgan.
I'm sitting with JB Smoove right now.
Right.
I don't think Wanda Sykes.
Right, Wanda's a good guess, but I think JB is the one known for Curb. Chris is obviously Osmond. Carson, I think, is Junior, but it could be another race. People think she looks like Danica Patrick, but none of these clues tell me about Danica.
But I will say this: if you look.
What are we missing?
If you look at Carson, I believe she identifies as a woman, and so does Danica Patrick.
So they can obviously only be related to each other. Got
like redheads.
Yep. Right. So we think JR. I'm going through my list here. So we think. Oh, I should just pull it up. Why am I not just?
I don't know. Sarah's going to go over.
I'm just going to have my own private moment.
Yeah.
Oops. Here we go. JR. We were saying Lil Nas X. We're probably right on that. We think maybe JB Smoove, but I'm open to other guesses. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Nick Cannon at this point, but I'm open to other guesses as well. I think it's Dale Earnhardt Jr., but it could be a different race car driver. We obviously know this is Jimmy Carter. We are pretty sure it's Donny Osmond, right? Yeah. We haven't been led astray on that. Oh, and then that's it.
Olivia.
That's our 6 left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's those New Year's Eve glasses. What's the Red Cross thing for? And the alien thing for?
Was she in Mars Attacks?
I don't know her movies.
Film history?
No. All right. Well, that was this episode, you guys. We only have 6 people left, and it seems like they're all a little shaken because they were so confident on Carson and so very wrong about Olivia. 2 people they were wrong about. And so
to me, it's although it's heartbreaking to see Olivia go.
So sad.
Because I thought it was such a fun thing because she had played it so well.
Yeah.
It would have been fun to see someone guess wrong on her, but it does make the game a lot more fun moving forward because everybody's like, oh crap.
True. Yeah, I do like that people are like, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Yeah. But I was very sad to lose Olivia. It would have been fun to have people confused about her for a really long time.
Yeah. My prediction is Hugo goes bye-bye next episode.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
They have been willing to fall on the easy guesses. So if everybody knows it, he might go.
Or JR.
That's true. They may set someone up to take JR out next week. Love it. Please join us next Tuesday for the next episode. I believe there's only 10 episodes, so we're getting down to it. Next week will be episode 7. Thank you, everybody in the chat who joins us and talks about all of their guesses and info. And for anyone who is joining later, please leave a comment with your thoughts.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but had you picked up on any of those Jenny McCarthy clues?
Mm-hmm. If you are, good on you.
And do you know that Jeff Gordon does not drive for beer? Or were you surprised?
But was he a forebearer?
He was a forebearer, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, who used to be a bear? Is anybody that used to be a bear?
Yep. Okay. Well, we'll ponder that, you guys. I'll be back with Big Brother Draft.
Ooh, exciting.
in just about 45 minutes. So join if you are interested. I'll see you next time. Bye.